A good dinner of Shabbos. This week's Parsha, double Parsha, Parshas Matos, the longest Parshas, combined Parshas in the Torah. And we talk about, in Parshas Matos, the war that Klal Yisrael, Bnei Yisrael, waged against the nation of Midian. And the Pasuk tells us, Elef lamata, l'chol matos Yisrael tishlechu latzava. That Moshe Rabbeinu instructed the people to mobilize an army consisting of 1,000 men from each shevet. But if we look a little deeper, this seems like it's a double. It seems like it's a triple lashon. Elef lamata, l'chol matos. What's going on here? So the Medrash Rabbah and the Medrash Tanchuma both explain this pasuk to mean that it was actually 3,000 men that were recruited from each shevet, and they divided it into 1,000 people to fight, 1,000 people to stand guard, and 1,000 people to daven for the success of the military campaign. So the Eitzer B'lai Satira notes that this is significant because the fact that tefillos were necessary is noteworthy, because even though the Rebbeinu Shalom specifically commanded Bnei Yisrael to wage this battle, it was clearly a tzivui from Hashem who told them to wage this battle, but nevertheless, the tefillos were still necessary. And the truth is, whenever Klal Yisrael went out, we see in ancient times they would consult with the V'tumim. It was always with Hashem's permission, but nevertheless, tefillos were still always needed. So I think it's significant that in our times, to take this into our times, unfortunately, this is something that we as a nation are dealing with today, where we are at war. Klal Yisrael is at war. Israel's at war. And no matter how confident we may seem, no matter how confident we think we are of our success, and Eretz Hashem, Israel will be successful and be victorious, it doesn't mean that we should stop davening. When the war started after October 7th, everybody was davening for the soldiers, and I think a lot of people still are. But it's important to keep doing that. There is still a war. And I think that's what this pasuk is telling us. Moshe enlisted, meaning he needed people for the army. He needed people to fight, obviously, to fight the battle. But he also told the people, don't forget about the soldiers that are there. Just because you're not going to war doesn't mean that you should just forget about it. No, daven. Do something. Daven to Hashem. It's important. We have to keep the tefillah. We have to keep our tefillahs going. Daven for the success of the soldiers of the current war. I think it's important. And more than that, I think it's important the fact that Moshe Rabbeinu specifically enlisted them. I think he was also telling them, don't forget about your brothers that are going. Just because you're not one of the Kedoshim that are going on the front lines of the actual war, it doesn't mean that you should just stay on the side and do nothing. So may we all daven for the continued success of the Kedoshim that are putting their lives on the line for Bnei Yisrael, and may our tefillos be niskabel by the Rebbeinu Shalom and Mirza Hashem. Have a wonderful Shabbos.